In today's video, we're going to be doing a comparison between two modifiers, the Godox ML-CD15 and the MagMod MagSphere. A couple things you want to know about each one of these before we get going is price, right? The Godox ML-CD15, if we take a look at it right here on Amazon, you get everything you need to be able to hook it up to the Godox V1. Or it works with the, I think it's the AD100 Pro, that type. And you also can use it with a regular flash head like you see here. And for 30 bucks, and you get everything you need. And it tells you what it will work with, the AD300, the AD400. It does not work with the AD600 that I have right here. So just keep that in mind. Comparing that with the Godox MagMod MagSphere, let's take a look at the price on that one. And here's a kicker. Here's something you have to realize is when you shop for this, make sure that you get this rubber stretchy magnet cover that goes over your flash. Now it will work on the V1, but it's really hard to stretch this over top of that. You can do it, and I guess if you're gonna put it on there, you're just going to leave it on there, but it is more designed for a regular flash head. But this particular one right here for $60, almost double the price of, yeah, it is double the price of the ML-CD15. You don't even get this with it. You actually have to order that separately for another $30. So if you want to get them both together right here, you're going to be paying $90 for this. So I think that's critical. Is this worth more than double the price than the $30 ML-CD15 from Godox? Now, what I will say is if you are, and I was for a while, shooting solely with the AD600, you can't use this with it. I mean, you could, but you'd have to just sit it on top of there, and it's not real. It's just, I mean, it's just staying. You'd have to take your black cover off or whatever. But because this is magnet in here with the AD600, this MagSphere pops right on there and it stays. So that's another option to consider if that's something that you want. But I've lately switched over to just using the V1 from Godox, and that's why I love this. It has a little ring that snaps over top. I don't know if you can see that, with those grooves in it, and then this fits right over top of it every time. And then this also compresses down, so you can shove it in your bag or whatever, and it compresses down really small. So there's advantages to both. I'm personally going to say my recommendation is the ML-CD15, but it comes down to results. What are the results we're going to get? The other thing to mention too, I don't know if you can see in the video, this is starting to discolor. I've had this for 2 years now, and at that price, to have to replace this, it's starting to yellow up. Let's see if we can tell any difference in the images once we get into Lightroom, whether or not the yellow color discoloring of this has any effect on our white balance as compared to this, because you can see how much cleaner in this. And now I've only had this for a couple months. Will this discolor like this? Time will tell, but it doesn't seem like it will. As compared to this is more like see-through. This actually isn't that see-through. That's why I'm curious to see if we compare them, what the output is. And so when we get into Lightroom, I've had this set. I'm running just a simple flambient shot in one room. We're running half power on the Godox V1. All the settings are the same. So let's get into Lightroom right now and see what the results are. All right, so here we are in Lightroom, and this is a shot of my dining room. And the first set of flash images are going to be with the MagMod MagSphere. That's why I set this here so we could tell which one we're using at the time. So I'm just going to tweak this one a little bit. I like to change the profile up here from Adobe Color to Adobe Standard. I'm just going to do some quick changes here. This isn't going to be really a flambient tutorial, just a comparison, so I want to copy these just so we can see. Now, this is what it looked like. I brought my shutter speed way down to 1/125th so we could see out the window. So this is what kind of room with the windows, what we're going to be lighting with each one of these modifiers. So the first flash pop is the flash pop above the camera. We're going to paste in our settings, and let's just take this all the way up to where the full exposure. Maybe drop those highlights down more to get that window view more pronounced there. And now I'll just copy these settings so we can be consistent. Now I only did one ambient shot, but I think we'll be able to tell with the two flashes. So then I came over to the left side of the room. Let's paste our settings in. And this is with the MagSphere. Maybe let's bring that down a little bit. So in order to get this look, we were at 2.19 overexposed. Let's just kind of for record, but we'll come back to these and compare them. And let's see, if we copy this one, 2.19 to get it exact. And now let's do, see now I set the MagSphere there, so now we are on that Godox ML-CD15. Let's paste our settings in for that. And we'll compare each one of these here in a second, but let's just get our settings in. Paste. Let's bring that down. 2.19 again, so we'll just compare, see what the color looks like, or the overall exposure. What did I say, 2.19 for the exposure? We'll get them exact. All right, just for fun, let's see, is this the flash shot above the camera? Let's do a comparison shot. Let's see, boom, boom, and then this is the flash shot above the camera. So here on the left side is the ML-CD15. We can tell by which modifier is sitting on the table here. I don't know, you be the judge. Let's look here. Look at the shadow difference. Look at the color difference. All right, so this looks more accurate. Does that mean, go figure. That's interesting. So what's our white balance like on each one of these? Let me go back. So we had auto white balance, so 4900 for the MagSphere. That's why. And then 5300. So let's put it down to 4900. Let's see, is that what it was at? Yep, 4900 exactly. So we can just click on it and type in 4900 and then hit enter. Now if we compare, we got to bring this one in. There we go. Still different. Yeah, that makes sense now though. See how much orangier, is that even a word? This looks, because this is the MagSphere on this side. Let's bring it up, and then this is, yeah, so that's why our initial white balance wasn't correct. But yeah, I don't know even if the shadowing is any different. So you do get a warmer image. This is definitely a cleaner white balance. You can tell by the wall color. Now this is a cream colored wall. You can tell in this corner, don't mind our boxes up there. Let's see. If I zoom into this corner, yeah, look at the difference. So let's compare each one of the flash pops now. So here on the left we have the Godox, and on the right we have the MagMod. Am I standing in the same spot? Yes, I am. Holding it up about the same height. I don't know which one I prefer. Does it matter? Does it seem like, it seems like this is lighting the room a little bit better and more evenly from first look. I don't know as if shadowing is I don't know, you guys be the judge. It does look like this is a cleaner, brighter image to me than this. Let's check out the other side. Let's go to, got to change this to 4900. Oops. So this is a MagMod. On the right side, where is the right side? Here. And all we got to do is 4900 here. And now let's compare these two. Yeah, definitely. Even though this is like a white balance issue, what if we did, we could even just adjust this. Let's see what auto does. Nope. Or as shot, still doesn't. Let's bring it down. We would have to come down to 4500 probably to be even a comparison. And even then it still doesn't look exact. It's pretty close though. So yeah, you're just gonna have to, it's throwing a color cast. But how does that look? Almost identical as far as light spread goes. Looks like I'm standing in pretty much the exact same spot, same height over my head. This is the one I prefer that I'm using. So, I mean, you're gonna have about the same light spread, it looks like, because we were on the same flash power. I think I prefer, no, even then this back wall here looks like it's lit better than the MagMod. Although you can see here in the shadow right up against it, this is definitely throwing light. It's softer light. So that's interesting. What about this shadow? Once it gets farther away, they become the same. So really when we do our blending, we're not, and I'm not going to get into that in this video. I just wanted to do a side-by-side comparison so you guys can see literally what the outcome is. To me, it looks very similar. So yeah, you can see even here the shadow against the wall here that the chair is creating. I mean, it's a lot, not a lot softer, but it's significantly softer with the MagSphere. So what does that tell you? I mean, I don't know, they're pretty close to the same. I guess if you wanted soft shadows, here's the thing. When we're doing the flaming method, we're going to be popping multiple flashes off, so it really doesn't matter about our shadows, and we can fix the, you know, hide some of those shadows with an ambient layer. And if you're going to be shooting a room with dark ceilings, I don't know as if I'd want something like this anyway. I'd probably resort to a shoot-through umbrella. But again, or you're doing a ceiling bounce without using this. So that's a decision. I'm not sure as if I would even use this for every room. I mean, I think I would use this just for the larger rooms, but most times I think what I'm going to do is go back to just doing a ceiling pop. But the advantage of using a modifier like this is we're kicking light out. We're not just bouncing it off the ceiling. And I believe you could reduce flash power that way by just spreading the light more evenly. So leave me a comment below. What do you think about this? And as far as the tests go, do you use either one of these modifiers? Let us know in the comments, what have your experiences been? Or do you have another modifier? Because this Godox modifier was suggested to me. I didn't even know it existed before a subscriber out there told me about this, so I thank you. So we all can learn from the comments. That's what I love about YouTube is I share what I know and you guys can share what you know, and together we learn and grow together. It's the beauty of the times we live in. So make sure to hit that thumbs up button that lets YouTube know that you've liked this video. And hit that subscribe button. I have tutorials coming out all the time. But thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.